Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so for today's video, July wrap up, you already know what it is. This is gonna be a super long video. I had originally wanted to do a mid-month July wrap up, but I filmed that and I didn't like the way that it went. So we're just gonna combine it for this month, and hopefully in August I can do split wrap-ups because these videos are so long. So let's just jump right in. I got my Olipop with me. We're gonna be sipping on this for this video because I know I'm gonna be talking a lot, but I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna start off with the physical books that I read this month. These are all for my physical TBR, so props to me that I read them. First one, Royals Next Door. This book I gave 4 stars because the ending kind of pulled me in. It's kind of giving 3 stars on the romance, but 4 stars for overall book. This is a bodyguard romance with royalty in it, of course. And yeah, it was pretty average. I love the topics that were discussed in this, and the romance was cute. Next book that I read was Electric Idol. This is the second book in the Dark Olympus series by Cate Robert. These covers are just absolutely gorgeous. I gave this book 4 stars. It's very much sex over plot, but it was still a really good read. I flew through this, and I loved Eros and how protective he was with Psyche, and Psyche was just an amazing heroine, and I loved how she was represented in this book. Next book I read was Twisted Games. I gave this 4 stars. You know what? A star above Twisted Love. It is my favorite so far, but I haven't read Twisted Hate or Twisted Lies, so it is to be determined. It is my favorite so far. It is a bodyguard romance and it's so good. There are so many cute, awesome, tropey scenes in this book, and Reese just could do no wrong, to be honest. I absolutely love him, and Bridget, she was just the embodiment of a princess, I believe, and I loved her style and I loved her attitude, and the circumstances that they were in were unfortunate, but you know, HEA, and yeah, 4 stars. Now, last physical book that I read, well, I DNF'd it. This is The Protector by Jodi and Malpas. I absolutely hated this book. I had originally done a bodyguard protector romance, Rex. I will link it up in the cards if you guys are interested. That I was going to talk about this book and like rant about it and like why I hated it. So it was like a non-rec, but I ended up refilming that video and not including it in there. But I saved that clip for my mid-month wrap up, but I scrapped that video too. So honestly, I ranted already what I had to say, but I absolutely hated this book. I literally DNF'd it like 90% of the way in. I was at like 290 pages in, and there's like 370 books, 370 pages. So I was almost done, girl. But I honestly could not do it. I hated this book. It's up there with All He'll Ever Be by Willow Winters. Those 2 books, just worst books that I've read this year. Terrible. I know that they actually did a movie about this book on Passionflix. My book bestie told me about it and I was like, no way. Like, there's no way. But yes, they did. I might watch the movie and do a reaction for it. I would say hopefully praying that the movie is better, but I mean, if it's based off this book, like how good can it possibly be? Anyways, 2 stars. I DNF'd it. Absolutely hated it. Next book that I read in July is Blindside by Kandi Steiner. This was actually my first book by Kandi Steiner, and I absolutely loved it. 5 stars. I can't recommend this book enough. It is college sports romance. Giana is Clay's PR agent. It is fake dating. It is virgin heroin. It is a teach me trope, and you guys know how much I love that trope. Yeah, 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Then I read Enthralled by Giana Darling. This is the first book in her Enslaved duet. The reason that I picked up this book is because I am missing Giana Darling. She has not dropped the release date to her, 7th or 8th book in her Fallen MC series. And honestly, I am tired of waiting. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get through her backlist. So I picked this one up and I absolutely loved it. It is 5 stars. I have not read the second book, so I still haven't gotten my HEA, but I will be reading it for August. I am just astounded with the way that Giana took this book. It is a master-slave situation. It is dark, dark romance. Please look up trigger warnings for all the books that you read, especially this one. But the plot twist was crazy. Just the growth between the characters and the relationship, phenomenal. I loved it so much. Just thinking about it, just ooh. Okay, I need to get into the second book, but I still had to like process the ending of the first book, and I needed a couple I needed the whole month to process, basically. Next book that I read was Surrender to Sin by Nicola Davidson. This is a historical romance. If you're looking to get into historical romances, I think you should definitely look up Nicola Davidson's historical novellas. There's 3 of them, and I read all 3. First one, Surrender to Sin, is about sin, and I can't remember the heroine's name, but he owns a pleasure club, and the heroine is trying to get into a scandal with the rakest of rakes, that is sin, just so she can get out of an arranged marriage. The story goes from there. I gave it 3 stars, I believe. The second book in that series is The Devil's Submission by Nicola Davidson. I gave this one 4 stars because I liked this one better than the first one. This one is a reverse dominant submissive, where the hero is the submissive and the heroine is the dominant, and it is a marriage in trouble. It is so good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. The third book is The Seduction of Viscount Vice. This one I gave 3 stars. It could have totally been a 4-star, but I just feel like there wasn't enough groveling on the heroine's part. This is a second chance romance where the heroine really just destroys and breaks the hero's heart, and this one is an exhibition kink one. But yeah, it could have totally been a 4-star if the heroine had groveled enough, but I just absolutely do not think that she did. And I think that the hero forgave her way too quick. So 3 stars for that one. Next, I read a couple more novellas. Below Zero by Hazelwood. This one is super cute. I gave it 4 stars. I think the smut was the best in this one. The pining from the hero and then eventually from the heroine is just super cute, and the way the hero rescues her, and it's forced proximity and is just super cute. I love Hazelwood's novellas. Then I read The Stranger in C8B by Nikki Castle. This is actually my first novella / book by Nikki Castle, but I have found that I like her writing, so I can't wait to dive into more of her books. But for this one, I gave, what did I give this one? Let me look it up. I think I gave it 4 stars. Yes, I gave it 4 stars. This is Reverse Grumpy Sunshine, which I absolutely love. You don't see those like a lot. And it was just a smutty, good old time. I wish it was longer, but you know, it is a novella, so 4 stars for that one. Next novella I read was The Beast by Jenika Snow. This is actually her first book in her Beauties and Beasts series. This was good. 3 stars. I mean, if you're into the whole breeding kink, capture captive, yeah, a smutty good old time. And the beast stays beast, so if you're into that, totally for you. 3 stars for me. Next, I read Pool Girl by Cassie Mint. This one, I cannot tell you what it is about. I think the heroine works as a mermaid in an aquarium, and she loves to be in water. When she goes back to her apartment, she goes to the pool. Yeah, she really loves the pool, and the hero is the maintenance guy, and they have a romance. 3 stars from me. Next book that I DNF'd is Hitman by Hallman. This was just not for me. I DNF'd it at like 80%. I really honestly just didn't want to finish it. Like, I just didn't want to keep on reading. Look up trigger warnings if you want to read this. This has some kinks that I don't know if I'm totally okay with, involving the use of drugs, and the hero gets turned on by fucking the heroine while she's sleeping, or like paralyzed. So there's that. Next book I read was Praise by Sara Cate. I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. This is a slight BDSM, kink club romance, ex-boyfriend's dad romance, age gap, workplace romance, forced proximity. I gave it 4 stars. Really good. It was part of my KU reading vlog, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll link it up in the cards and down below in the description box. I also read Flawless by Elsie Silver in that vlog. I gave Flawless by Elsie Silver 5 stars. It's a small town romance, enemies to lovers, forced proximity. The heroine is the hero's agent. Slow burn, hot. Just absolutely amazing book. I could not say any more like good things, especially when I ranted so long in that vlog. 5 stars, well deserved. Small town cowboy, he rides a bull, and it's just chef's kiss. Next, I read a lot of Cassie Mint novellas. I, 1, am trying to get through her backlist. 2, I got sick and I didn't feel like reading full books, and I just read so many. I'm literally almost done with her backlist, so there's a lot here. I don't remember all of them, so let's just jump right in. I read Beach Baby by Cassie Mint. I'm pretty sure I gave that one 3 stars. Let me just pull up my Goodreads because I'm gonna need to know the ratings for these. Beach Baby, I gave 3 stars. Hot Spring Kingpin, I gave 4 stars. I really liked that one. Then I read With the Band, I gave 3 stars. Then I read Kiss of Life, I gave that one 4 stars. I really like the representation on that one. I read Fixer Upper. This one I gave 4 stars as well. I really enjoyed it. This one is a army hero. He comes back. His best friend is the heroine's brother and he doesn't come back. It deals a lot with grief and how they help each other out, and he helps build her brother's cabin back up and running. That's why it's called Fixer Upper. Then I read Sweet Tooth. I gave that one 4 stars. I really enjoyed that one because 1, the hero literally speaks one sentence or like literally 1 word in Spanish, and I was just done for. Like I was like 4 stars. Listen, I need me more men in books that speak Spanish because it just hits that way, you know? Plus the heroine, she is like super vibrant, and the hero is a lawyer, which I also like. She has pink hair and she makes cupcakes. Or no, not cupcakes, she makes cake pops for lawyers and to start a business, and it's a really cute novella. I think you should read that one for sure. 4 stars. Then I read Pit Stop. I gave 3 stars. That one was okay. Then I read Swapped Bride. I gave 3 stars. Stolen Bride, 3 stars. Fake Model, 3 stars. They were cute. Fake Maid though, I gave 4 stars. I really liked that one. I just really liked the hero and the heroine in that one. I really liked their personalities. Then I read Mountain Captive. I gave 3 stars. Then I gave Desert Target 3 stars. Arctic Star 3 stars. Okay, then I read Painted Scars by Neva Altaj. This one was a recommendation from Ava's Reads Romance. She just talks so highly of it, and it has a disability wreck. The hero is actually in a wheelchair and he is the capo of a mafia. This is very light on the mafia. I gave it 3 stars. I loved the representation. I absolutely loved it. I really did. I wish this one was just longer. And also I didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was kind of dumb. It was real dumb, honestly. I think if it was longer, if it wasn't a novella and if the ending was changed, then it honestly could have been a 5 star, but 3 stars because it was lacking in some. But I really loved the hero's personality, and I absolutely loved the heroine's personality. I really loved the heroine's personality. I love that she didn't give a shit and she didn't bow down to the hero. It is very much arranged marriage. She's trying to save her dad's life and he needs to paint an image to his mafia men. So many good things happen in this. I just feel like it moved too fast. I really wanted it to be longer, and the ending was just absolutely dumb. But 3 stars. I think you should read it for the representation because I think it's very good. I mean, I can't speak for it, but Ava said that she thought it was really good, and I thought that it was really good. So you do with that what you will, but I really enjoyed it. Then I read Love Lessons. I gave 2 stars. This is like a professor student. Those aren't my favorite. Some of them just give me the cringe. Like, they just have to be done absolutely right. Like, it's either you do it right or you don't. For me, I gave it 2 stars. Then I read Ballet Master. I gave it 2 stars as well. Very much also like ballet student with like ballet master. I just didn't like that one. I gave it 2 stars. Then I read Life Model. I gave this one 3 stars. I didn't find this one that cringe. Then I read The Dean by Cassie Mint, and I gave this one 3 stars. I liked this one as well because I liked the heroine and there was a kitten in it, and I really liked the hero's personality. I liked that he was very dominant and assertive and wasn't very like whiny, I guess. Then last book that I read was Fair Catch by Kandi Steiner. This is also in my vlog if you guys haven't seen it, so I won't go into too much depth, but college sports romance, enemies to lovers, roommates, so forced proximity. Bruh, I die for Kandi Steiner. Like, she can't do no wrong. It is so good. Read it. Fair Catch, 4.5 stars though. The hero falls first. Basically, he's like pining after her, but she like literally hates his guts, and it's justified. It's justified. Not me not justifying it. No, it's justified. It's really good. The tension, the angst, the smut in here, it is so good. Zeke is just perfection, and he is so fine. And Riley, she is just a badass bitch, and so much respect for her, and she's just, I want to be her friend. Like, she is so cool. Definitely read this one. It is in the same universe as Blindside, so you can't go wrong. It is chef's kiss. It is so good. Definitely read it. And that is all for my July wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite book of July was down below in the comments. I would love to know. Maybe I'll add it to my August TBR. Who knows? And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.